Yole, 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 hey, wind it up. Okay. Yes, I know I look like a fucking hot mess, and it is what it is. Um, yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Alright. So, here's the thing. No shit. You think that we don't know that we don't deserve this? And as far as you don't need to stay with someone or something that only makes you cry and abuses you, but this is all over the fucking place. It's all over. It's not just one designated location. And because of this inability, it's like a disability, a over empowering force that basically curtails people into a submissive stance of being obedient to what's of course should be beneath, it should be beneath someone who could consider themselves to be somebody that is somebody. And then the actions that therefore make them like a nobody. And in this realm, whereas that which is not even, it's not empowering, it doesn't teach people, there's no real service, there's no real contribution being given. It's just a degeneration, and as well as it is a lot of madness, chaos, trauma, toxic dysfunction, and corruption, right? And the notion that, hey, well, it's your fault if you can't get out of your terrible situations. Call a shelter, there's resources. It's always this nonsense advice. There is not resources because the resources aren't even there to neutralize a problem. It is solely there for the motherfuckers who feel inept and feel privileged and feel entitled to living a life off of other people's strategically created chaos and detriment. So basically, there are those who benefit and are able to reap rewards from basically just observing as well as administering. Furthermore, degeneration, like, so more degenerating of the human being. Off of human being suffering, is there a lot of surplus of resources that are not, obviously they're not used for its intended ink to paper explanation of what the money and resources and caveats are for. So housing and vehicles and this and this and this and this, and it's a never-ending hamster wheel of degeneracy. There's no remedy because the remedy was never the intended goal. The intended goal was to continue to have many opportunities and facets and basically lines, if you will, lines of resources for people to live a life of luxury and privilege, while those who are in dire need are left with an elusive algorithm or construct of existing. So for others, what is normal or pretty typical is not therefore applied to or extended to those of which are wrapped in a trap of this dysfunction because of this inability of society as a whole, worldwide, worldwide, is incapable of maturing and evolving. They are incapable. Society is. So then they basically will go like nagging and going like, well, just go anywhere. Like, I guess I could just fly there because I could use my wings, or my magic carpet like Aladdin or something. It was a strategic, these are strategic things that are done to keep people trapped in this stupid ass bullshit so that people can parasite off of those of which they obviously they have no business doing this. It's very insulting, of course, and it's fucking pathetic because nobody on their own free will has an ability to stop being abusers, to stop being criminals. And as a replacement for those who are doing this crime, in place of them being held accountable, thus then you have the younger generation which are being brought here illegally. They're being brought into the world illegally. There was no marriage, there was no confines, no stability, no respect, no consent, none of that. Just trickery and deception and the minimization of a human being's fucking inherent right to be a fucking child that is developed like someone who has the best interest of the child. The best interest is never honored to the children. It's never honored because nobody gives a fuck, and I mean it. Nobody gives a fuck about these children. None. Not one. People make comments, sarcastic comments, and think that it's funny, like it's a source of a good laugh, a good chuckle, to talk about punching babies in the fucking face and shit. Like, you gotta think about how weak somebody really truly has to be to even entertain that as a comedy, as if it were something funny to allow to escape out of one's own lips. Where is the manliness, the woman character? What would be funny about punching a fucking baby in their face? Here you are, a developed adult, and you're gonna use, even to joke about it is fucking sick. And this is the world that is here. These are the minds that are here. It's comedy. It's a source of fucking entertainment to betray the ones that everybody comes from. Everybody does it. The blatant and routine disrespect towards those of which bring us and give us life. It's as if it's a smack to the damn face. Like, damn, motherfucker, I fed y'all with my 2 titties, and now I'm meaningless and I'm so worthless that not only is it this fake ass advice that's being given, go where you're loved, and you don't be somewhere where you're not safe, and all the fucking bullshit, love and light fucking commentary. And there's resources. You can call this number, call that. Fuck you. Are you married? Are you? Are you married? Do you have a husband? Do you have a wife? Because if you do, fucking shame on you. You are not sitting next to a woman, and neither are you sitting next to a husband. Not in this world. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I would never want to be married to a sorry son of a bitch who knows what's going on and chooses to, well, I'm just going to carry on with my day-to-day activities because I got to make a living for myself. You could have made a living for yourself without everybody being entitled to leech off of you, me, and the babies. Because it's not your fucking priority to safeguard strangers who don't fucking respect you or your people or your offspring or anyone who respects and honors you. The priority and obligation was solely to your family unit, not to these fucking non-essential fucking idiots. They're hardly players. They're just fucking trash. Money, money, money. You guys enslave yourselves and then want us to be on board with being enslaved by your ass. If I'm going to be enslaved, you are the least qualified to be my damn master. I know that. You are the least fucking qualified. You're irresponsible with my life, irresponsible with the children that come out of my fucking body, and you're just hateful. Now, I don't have a problem with some righteous hatred and anger. I have problems with this pussy ass weak just fucking loser fucking mentality where people can hee like the shit's funny. Like, dude, you have testosterone. That is a blessing. That is a fucking gift. You're not using it for its intended purpose, which is to preserve your lineage, really. But if a woman doesn't necessarily want to have children with you, and then you manage to procreate with her unrighteously, and you're not willing to do what the father prior to you did. So anytime that there's a break of the branch, okay, there's a breaking of the branch and you trail off into a whole nother direction, and the direction is not the equal plateau. You need an equal plateau or a higher level on the the stairway to heaven. It's supposed to be a plateau. These are qualified fuck worthy whatever. Your entitlement to access to be able to penetrate into the heavenly gates of a woman's thighs and pussy and all that. You're supposed to plateau with the last man, okay? Plateau. Or you're supposed to put another step to the staircase. And if you don't do that, that means that you are liable for the devaluation of a perfectly stable, or shall we say, a family bloodline that did an excellent job and was able to successfully do what is required for that family unit to continue on. So when it goes like needle nose dive down in degradation and all of this conundrum and all this, how people are able to gain wealth and do charities and do all these agencies, bullshit. The fucking goddamn power needs to be returned to its fit owners, okay? And the design by nature says man plus woman, they need to be naturally attracted. Your money, okay, money's wonderful, but if I'm not attracted to you, then sure, okay, so I'll miss out on the money, but I'm not missing out on a quality partner, because there needs to be a natural attraction as well as proof of the capability of you to preserve a lineage. And so far, that needle nose dive has been going on for 2 consecutive generations that I have bared witness to. And this is not something that is us women or girls' fault. This is a fault of a faulty, illogical, fake ass version of a patrilineal whatever. The patriarchy that we come from, you fucking altered his branch and his line, and you still can't even fucking admit it or even attempt to do anything about it. So that's why I have to keep on saying these fucking stupid ass videos that you don't want to hear, because motherfucker, it's the only way that I can fucking get some self remedy around here, because you got us fucked up is what I'm saying. When he said no, and he did not want you, he basically barred you from entry, and he tried to do it a polite way without fucking having to resort to violence and all that, which honestly at this point in time, so don't do this thing whereas you don't have to stay with someone gonna make you cry. Motherfucker, you've got whole communities that are destroying strategically and fucking foolishly like a little lamb chop, following what somebody else is fucking We all can hate this individual because why? Because she's not interested in being disrespected and raped and shit. Oh, she don't want to be leeched off for all fucking eternity like she's the strong goddamn Hercules. Ooh. Your vehicles work just fine. And if you're like too intimidated to be what you're supposed, be all that you can be, you know how to take action for motherfuckers that you're not obligated to do shit for. But when it comes down to the whole species design, you were obligated. You betrayed me. I didn't betray you. You betrayed me. Okay? And you could try to cover it up and make it seem like as if you didn't fuck us over. But you did. You did. And for the most stupid of reasons. You guys know how to find these hoods and shit when you want to go find a cheap crack whore to go fuck, right? Right? You know how to find, you know how to do that. But when it comes to doing what the fuck is required for us to, or for me to consider you to be someone that I can respect or see in the light of being this man, right? Or woman, doesn't matter. If you know how to bring your fucking asses through all these little shady ass parts of the fucking world in order to get your fucking whatever, don't fuck around and bullshit with me or anyone else, because I done seen y'all asses drive by and by acting like the fuck, like sissy ass fucking princess motherfuckers. You might as well get a fucking goddamn dress on and put you a little tiara on and call yourself Susie from now on. Because what I had experienced and what I had seen, all these motherfuckers cozy in the vehicles that my people created and are the designers and inventors and creators of. While you're driving around in my people's ingenuity, altering me so that you could fucking disrespect me because I show up